Good afternoon and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing career and technical education webinar series. My name is Bob Martin and I'm the President and CEO of the Imagine America Foundation. Joining me today is my foundation colleague, Lee Doubleday. We're very excited about today's topic, connecting students with degree options in early childhood education with Rasmussen University. Rasmussen University is an institute of higher learning dedicated to global enrichment and meeting the evolving needs of the diverse communities that they serve. With an emphasis on innovative programs, dynamic curriculum, and general education skills, they are committed to being a pioneer in the field of career-focused education. Rasmussen University is also a new partner of the Imagine America Foundation. Your students can now apply for a scholarship to attend Rasmussen University through our foundation. If you'd like more information on our scholarship programs or how your students can apply, you can either contact me after this presentation or visit our website, www.imagine-america.org.
Since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage in qualified workers. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country desperately looking for qualified employees, so we need to do more. Our partner in today's presentation again is Rasmussen University, and joining us today to discuss in detail the looming worker shortage and how Rasmussen University is helping meet this need is Nana Osei-Bonsu. But before turning the program over to Nana, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with question and answers at the end of the presentation. All participants can submit questions while the presentation is in session via the Q&A or the chat feature in this Zoom meeting. At the end of the presentation, or approximately 2:25 p.m., I will then address any questions offered by the participants and address any questions that are left over in written responses and follow-up emails if necessary. We will have a hard close at 2:30 p.m. to be respectful of your time. So without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Nana. Nana, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Lee. Hello, everyone. My name is Nana Osei-Bonsu. I am the Associate Director of Admissions for the Orlando campus for Rasmussen University. Welcome to the presentation. My job today is really to cover some key items when it comes to your high school students looking into career paths in the early childhood education industry. We will be touching on a few items in terms of importance of college education and looking at the future job market in ECE. Really what traits really help a student thrive in ACE. You might have students that are passionate about working with children now. So really helping direct them to the right career path and the right university is really going to be essential, and me providing some details on how that student could be successful here. We'll also talk about possible career directions and educational options here at Rasmussen. You'll also learn a little bit about Rasmussen and really the support that your student will get when they enroll and graduate from Rasmussen University. We'll also talk a lot about the Imagine America Foundation Scholarship and our partnership with Imagine America Foundation, and leave enough time for questions and answers, okay? So let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about communicating the importance of college to our high school students. Now, as high school administrators and counselors, I know that you see a variety of students every day, from the students that are first entering into high school to the student that is about to graduate. And many of them that are seniors are now looking at what is the next step from here. They're looking for guidance and trying to figure out what they're trying to accomplish. Can it be obtained, whether it's just coming straight out of high school or actually going to college? Now, you might have that student that already has a plan. They know exactly what degree they're interested in, what college they may want to go into. They know possibly the income potential that can be made, but they just have overall questions on what they need to do to be able to get into that particular college. Then you have that student that knows the industry they want to go into, but they really don't know what they want to do in that industry. So they're passionate about technology, they're passionate about education, but what are the options available to them? So they're looking for guidance there. Now you then have a student that really doesn't know what they want to do after high school. They know they want to finish their high school diploma. They're not sure if they're going to go directly into completing a degree or if they're going to go straight into the job market. They're trying to figure out and get some guidance from there. And then you have that last student that really isn't interested in either finishing high school. They want to just go out and just work and help get into the job market a lot sooner, and really support their families immediately. Regardless of the type of student, we want to always express the importance of getting that degree and also getting that degree here at Rasmussen University. Now, this information was pulled from the Bureau of Labor Statistics based on the median weekly earnings by educational level and also the unemployment rate by educational level in 2020. As you can see, the major discrepancies between a student that has the high school diploma to a student that has a bachelor's degree when it comes to median weekly earnings is a significant gap. So for that student that is thinking about just jumping right into the job market and not even finishing high school, or really not even progressing into a college education, this is eye-opening because many of those students are making those decisions, most likely based on income. So they're looking to increase their income to support their families. By them going to get an education, of course, it allows them to see the different medians based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Even when it comes to actually earning and keeping those jobs, a student without a high school diploma is more likely and has a higher unemployment rate than a student that has a bachelor's degree. So it's important that we are stressing those key items. And every time we speak to our students, we speak to what the importance of having that degree and building those individual skills that will help them be successful. This will lead me to the value of soft skills. Now, based on the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation, where this information was pulled, 77% of employers find soft skills to be as important as cognitive skills. So it's important that it's not just about the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month activities that are done in our career paths, working with certain systems and doing your normal day-to-day duties, but it's also the things that tie people together and really operations together. And that comes with effective communication and being able to critical think, coming up with new ways of approaching certain ideas, using digital fluency and the resources available for us to be able to communicate those ideas the right way. Of course, doing things in a more ethical and professional way. We all have that ethical and professional responsibility to not only the employees and the company itself, but also to the community and the customers that they service. It's important that students coming into the program and leaving our program understand how important it is to have that not only academic integrity, but just integrity period moving through their careers. Now, of course, it's also about the teamwork and diversity, different walks of life of people that you will interact with, you'll work with, seeing different viewpoints. It's important that students get that environment, learn from that environment here at Rasmussen, because it's the ever-changing world, and this will allow them to be able to integrate into those careers that they're interested in a little bit easier. Even when we talk about early childhood education, it's the type of child, their background, their nationalities, how they learn. All of those are part of that diversity that they will face and they'll learn in this environment. And of course, by tying it all together, you're looking at the information literacy and how we're utilizing all the different dynamics and information that we gather to really prepare our students for the career paths that they're interested in. So let's talk a little bit about the early childhood education job market. Now, based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, all education occupations is looked between 2020 and 2030 is looking at a 10% projected job growth. For preschool teachers, you're looking at 18% projected job growth between 2020 and 2030. Now, we do know that COVID-19, the pandemic, has really affected this particular industry due to many parents now being home or having a sibling that is home because they're actually homeschooled. So the early childhood education job market currently is affected mainly because of that reason. But we do know that we are working towards getting back to some normalcy. So for students that are really interested in this career path, when they are jumping into their education, we tell them this is a great time for you to learn everything you need to, being prepared for the boom that is going to happen when things get back to normal. So it's great that you're getting that exposure now and getting that education. And we have a variety of programs that students can complete, as fast as 9 to 12 months, all the way through a bachelor's degree, which we will talk about. Now, it's also important that when we do speak to students about the job market and the career path, we talk a little bit about the different traits that will help them thrive. And it all starts with the relationship or being relationship oriented and building a foundation of working with individuals, working with children, and being able to show comfort and be relatable. That's also ties into how organized and flexible they need to be able to adjust to those children. And these traits can be used really throughout the entire early childhood education industry, but really in working as a professional as a whole. So it's important that the students also understand not only the one-on-one relationships that they'll have with their students, but also the administrative side of things as well. Of course, when working with children, having that high energy and being creative, looking at new ways to develop lesson plans and administer those lesson plans, looking at ways to keep the students engaged and really their learning styles is going to be important for the success of that professional. And we all know about working with children takes a lot of patience and compassion. Because they are looking at your reaction and how you saying things, how you're teaching them. Are you praising them for the things that they do right, and are you explaining the things that they do wrong? All of that is important for a professional going into the early childhood education career path to really build those foundations through their program and be able to apply it once they are in the industry. Now, when we talk about the perfect fit for a student coming into Rasmussen University, we have students that are looking to really get into early childhood education for a variety of reasons. We have the student that is breaking into the industry for the first time. We have a student that's already in this industry and they need to obtain a certain credential. Then we have the students that are maybe looking for a more leadership role or maybe able to actually be the lead instructor or educator. And then we have those professionals that are looking to maybe open up their own preschool or manage their own preschool. Regardless of the type of student that comes to Rasmussen University, we have a program that fits exactly what they're looking for. Now, what's important to know about our early childhood education is that it does not prepare a student to actually teach in the public schools or private schools system. This is not a teaching degree. It will allow a student to work within the preschool and private preschool areas and private daycares, I should say, areas, but it will not help a student who is looking to actually become a teacher in public schools. Now, for a student that is breaking into the industry, they may be thinking about getting their CDA, their Child Development Associate credential. They can actually obtain that through the certificate level program. Maybe they're looking now, once they have that, they want to break into the industry and start kind of working as an aide and as assistant. That's where the diploma level program really assists them there. For a student now that really wants to actually become a lead instructor or is looking to become a child care assistant or even an assistant director, an associate's degree is going to really teach them those foundations that they need, and also that advanced traits that's going to help them be successful in that career field. Now, the bachelor's level, it gives the student the ability to become that preschool owner. Maybe they are looking to become a director of a preschool. This is a great way for them to be able to learn in that ECE leadership role. And we're going to talk a little bit about each one of those careers here. So once that the student kind of figures out where they are looking to take their industry, now it's up to us here at Rasmussen to really support that student and really guide them to the right program. No, so for a student that has that doesn't have any experience and is looking to get their bachelor's degree, their program will incorporate each one of the various levels, because we do have something called laddering here at Rasmussen. So whatever starting point they may have will help lead them to the next point in their education. When it comes to the certificate program, they can complete that in as few as 9 to 12 months. The diploma as few as 15 months. The associate's degree can be completed in as few as 18 months. And then the bachelor's degree can be completed in as few as 18 months. And students have an opportunity to pick a specialization based on the program of choice. So when it comes to the diploma and associates, they can specialize in child development or special needs specialization, where they are developing curriculum for students with special needs. When it comes to the bachelor's degree, they can focus on the overall child development specialization, or if they're looking at more of, as I mentioned, a leadership or ownership role or director role, that's where the ECE leadership specialization does come in. So it's important that students know the variety of programs that are available to them coming to Rasmussen. Now, Rasmussen doesn't only have programs in early childhood education. We actually have a variety of other programs. I do want to also highlight justice studies. And the reason why is because students want to look at, what their options are. Maybe they really do passionately want to work with children, but maybe they also have an interest in other areas. I wanted to highlight justice studies as another program that we have available here at Rasmussen. We also have 5 other schools of study that students can choose a variety of programs in. When it comes to the justice studies, we have programs in criminal justice, law enforcement. Law enforcement is actually in a variety of areas, not currently in the Florida market, but is a program that is available in our other campuses. We do have paralegal as well, along with in the certificate and the associate's degree. Now, what's also important to note is that the legal and protective services occupations projected job growth is between 8 and 9% between 2020 and 2030. So for those students that are thinking about maybe getting into something, justice studies wise, getting into paralegal, thinking about maybe the law aspects of a career path, this could be a great program for them to be able to choose from here at Rasmussen. Okay, now it's important that you also know that your student is going to be supported here at Rasmussen. So when they do enroll into Rasmussen University, they do have a dedicated advising team that will be assisting them from enrollment all the way through graduation. My department here in admissions, as an admissions advisor, would speak with your student about their potential job growth, the career path, the program of interest, work with them on financial aid and completing their documentation, getting them enrolled into the program. From there, they will actually have an advising team that will assist them as a student, that will also continue to discuss any financial aid needs that are needed based on those students that qualify, if they're using military benefits or any other benefits towards their education, but then specifically assist them with finding resources, using the library and learning services and peer mentoring, any online tutoring or writing labs or Grammarly that they may need to help support them in their programs. That advisor is there to really help guide them through that, and also let them know what their next courses will look like and go over their map with them. So a student knows really exactly when they need to start and when they're actually finishing their program. Now, towards the end of their program, they will have career services available to assist them in helping them with seeking jobs, and also helping with interviewing techniques, building their resume. So no matter where in the process the student is, whether it's developing and figuring out where they want to start their career and getting into school through getting the resources that they need as a student to when they get into their career paths, there's always someone available to be able to answer those questions and give them guidance. We also have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, tech support available for students that have any technical issues while they're going through any one of our processes from start to finish. So we try to support our student in every step of the way. And that really leads from our founder's motto when Walter Rasmussen founded the university in September of 1900. We've been providing quality career-focused education for over 120 years in these 7 areas of study. As I mentioned before, we also offer 50+ programs from nursing, health sciences, business, technology, and also design. So for any students that are looking at any one of those career paths, we do enroll in those programs as well. Now, when it comes to locations, we offer a variety of modalities in campus and online education, including hybrid education as well. And we also have an empowered learning system for our bachelor students to utilize their work experience and using their working experience and project-based learning for grades as opposed to just tests and exams and papers. Now, we have 23 campuses across the US. Here in Florida, we have campuses in Orlando, Ocala, Tampa, Central Pasco, and Fort Myers. So if you do have a student that is interested in one of our campus-based programs, or even if they're interested in an online-based program, they actually can still use the resources at the campus, although their entire program is online. Now, Rasmussen University is regionally accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, so we do have the regional standards to provide a quality education to your student. Now, it's important that students also know about what resources are available to them when it comes to paying for school and figuring out what scholarships are there. And we've partnered up with Imagine America to offer this $1,000 Imagine America scholarship to your high school student. It's for 2022 high school graduates with a 2.5 GPA or above. They can apply for that scholarship through the Imagine America Foundation mobile app or at the imagineamerica.org website that you see here. And the student can also click on the link on the Rasmussen .edu website to apply as well. So when your student is requesting information, please make sure that they do select that they are a high school student so that we can also discuss these options with them. Now, for more information on Rasmussen University programs, or if you have any additional questions, please visit rasmussen.edu or contact me directly. My information is here on the screen. And if you have any information, need more information about Imagine America scholarships, please visit imagine-america.org. I really appreciate everyone's time. And if there's any questions, I'd like to take those now.
All right, thank you, Nana. We are now going to open this up for the Q&A portion of our presentation. And it does look like, Nana, the first person wants to know whether you are regionally accredited or nationally accredited. Can you kind of just reiterate the accreditation?
Yes, we are regionally accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. So we are regionally accredited.
Gotcha. Okay. And the next question has to do with your diploma program in early childhood education. Can someone start with the diploma program and then move up into the bachelor's program? Let's say that, you know, they wanted to see if it's right for them and they found out that they really liked that program. Could they continue their education into the bachelor's degree program from there?
Absolutely. So we have something here called laddering, where a student, it doesn't matter where a student actually starts, whether it's the certificate or the diploma, they would be able to ladder into the next program. They do not need to go straight into the associates and then into the bachelor's. They can lead from the diploma straight into the bachelor's degree as well. We would actually transfer those particular courses that they've completed into that degree program, and they would continue on from there, whatever course they need.
Okay. And can outside credits transfer to towards a degree?
Yes. So we do accept courses from previous education as well. So if a student has a C or better from an accredited institution, and the content of that course matches the content here, students are able to present their transcripts for transfer of credit to help shorten their program as well.
Great. And the last question has to do with federal financial aid. Can students apply for the FAFSA in order to attend Rasmussen?
Yes, we are a Title IV funded university, so students can fill out their FAFSA in order to see what their eligibility is between grants and loans to be able to cover their tuition here at Rasmussen.
All right, great. I think that does it for all the questions. And just a few house cleaning items here. The Imagine America Foundation has recorded this session and will forward the recording of this session to you likely tomorrow morning. We'll also be placing this on our website, which again is www.imagine-america.org. There is a follow-up survey when you leave this meeting. It's really only 4 questions long and is designed to help us better understand, hey, are we talking about everything that you want to know about, or are we leaving anything out that you would have liked to hear more information about? Any feedback that you could possibly give us would be very helpful and appreciated. But before closing, I just want to thank our participants for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us today. I know you have a lot of other things going on, especially this time of the year, so really appreciate you attending. I'd also like to thank Nana for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage each of you to contact him directly with any future questions you may have. On behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Nana, and myself, I just want to thank you all and goodbye.